Protecting your vision from family and friends that constantly bring up your past. Now you should be able to identify them. And a lot of y'all are growing so much, you got to be able to identify them because they don't ever speak on your growth. They always speak on your past. Bible verses Mark 6, 1 through 4. That's talking about when Jesus went back to his hometown. Just like all of us, when we first get healed, we want to heal our family. When God starts first teaching us these principles, we want to teach our family. And Jesus is showing us sometimes they'll be the last to receive. You got to move forward anyway, right? We went over why, you know what I mean? A lot of reasons why, because they know your flaws, you know what I'm saying? More than anybody else, if they're in your household, if they're in your family, they done seen you know what I mean? Your flaws, your anger, your cheating, your drunkenness, your habits, you know what I mean? All of that, they witnessed it firsthand. So as you're talking about what God has changed you, you get these revelations, and Christ is growing in you, right? They've seen your flaws, so it's hard for them to accept. The same thing with Jesus, he didn't have no flaws. He didn't have no sin. So once he got on his assignment, the first thing he wanted to do was go back to his hometown, right? And heal, but they couldn't receive it, right? And the Bible verse is talking about, what their response was like, how did this man get this wisdom? Look at these miracles he's performing. Isn't this the carpenter, right? And we talked about it. They looked at him just as a carpenter, so they said Jesus couldn't do many miracles there because you had to believe to receive, right? He couldn't do nothing there because they wouldn't believe, because they was too familiar with who he was instead of his calling. Same with us. So take carpenter out and put whatever your flaw is in carpenter. You know what I'm saying? Isn't this the alcoholic? You know what I mean? Ain't this the dude who got anger problems, right? They go back to your flaw, right? They go there, and that's what they want to label you as, so they can't receive the Christ in you. A lot of men get hindered with that, you know what I mean? Because it hurts when your family, friends, spouse hold you back from what you would. You end up conforming and putting that jacket back on. Like, maybe I am. Maybe that is all I am. You know what I'm saying? But then that stops a lot of men of God from moving forward. You got to move forward and know Christ is calling you. You know what I mean? And you are cleansed. You know what I mean? And there's no condemnation. You feel me? So keep moving forward. Like it said in here, it's going to show you got wisdom. It's showing y'all got wisdom. Now y'all getting the truth. It's going to show you got wisdom. It's going to show you performing miracles by how your life is changing. Right? But they still said, isn't this the carpenter? Isn't this the alcoholic? Right? So you got to understand that. Right? So you understand that so you don't let it block you from moving forward. And Jesus went through, God in human form went through it himself. Does that make sense? He ain't had no flaws and no sins and back door. We done people wrong. We done all type of stuff, you know what I mean? That they can fill in that blank and call us not just the carpenter. You get what I'm saying? To bring up our past, right? So the sign of that is people who are always bringing up your past and not speaking of your growth, don't bring it up to them. So what it is, you make your reflection to them while you're growing too. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, you doing all this growing and change, and they're going to bring up something while you're chilling. Like, you got drunk at the club, you standing on the bar. See, because that makes them feel comfortable because you growing. And they ain't growing. So bringing you back down and bringing you back to the past makes them comfortable. Does that make sense? Because you making them uncomfortable with your growth. Yeah. Right? So they got to bring up, oh man, I remember when you got us in that fight, man. You was up there tripping and got all drunk and out of control. You remember when we was out of town and you did this, man. You was tripping, man, with the females. Now, you see, they bring you back. They don't speak on nothing you doing, the miracles you performing, and the wisdom on your life right now. They talk about something in the past to make them feel comfortable about where they at. Does that make sense? They in your family. They in your friends. They in there. Trust me. Christ, whatever he went through, we got to go through as he growing us. Does that make sense?
Yeah.